And a developing story Channel 9 will be following throughout the day. Today, the CMS Board of Education will hold an emergency meeting. This is to approve a plan for getting students back to class.
Yeah, we broke into programming yesterday to bring you the live coverage as Governor Roy Cooper announced the state is going with Plan B. It's a mix of in-person and remote learning. Let's bring in Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Costura. He is in Elizabeth this morning and walk us through the options for each grade, Anthony, because this is kind of complicated stuff.
Right, and there's certainly a lot to get here this morning. We are outside of Elizabeth Traditional Elementary School, and schools just like this one here at CMS have been closed since March. And now, as you mentioned, the governor is encouraging a mix of in-person and online classes when students return here next month. The next step here, though, is to monitor the CMS Board of Education as they meet today to decide and approve this very complicated process for students. I want to walk you through this step by step here. Students in pre-K through 8th grade will be broken up into 3 groups and rotate between in-person and remote learning. Students will attend in-person learning Monday through Friday during their assigned week, followed by 2 weeks of remote learning. For grades 9 through 11, they'll also be on an ABC schedule. But in-class learning will happen Monday through Thursday, followed by 2 weeks of remote learning. And remote learning will happen on Fridays of the weeks they'll learn in person. It is a little different for high school seniors. They'll have 1 day of in-classroom learning 1 day a week. The rest will be remote. Parents who don't feel comfortable with children in school right now can choose an online-only option. Some parents and students we spoke with are excited about the plan, but they are cautious.
It's a balance. You know, we want to make sure our kids are safe, but we also want to make sure they have proper education.
I'm excited because I get to see my friends and I don't have to stay in the house.
Now, all K through 12 students, teachers, and staff are required to wear face coverings. The state will provide 5 reusable masks for each. Temperature checks and health screenings will also happen here each day before anyone enters the building. John?
Yeah, let's talk about this here because we know that school nurses, they're going to play a big role in all these health protocols they're putting into place. But the big question is, will they have enough?
Yeah, certainly a concern here. Just last year, teachers were rallying for more school nurses, and we checked the CMS website. It says each school in the district does have a nurse assigned, but they're not there all the time. The district says typically nurses are in each building from 1 to 3 days a week, and the Mecklenburg County Health Department oversees the nurses. We've reached out to find out if they'll be hiring any more. John?
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Anthony Costura live for us this morning.
And other districts in our area, they're finalizing their plans to fit what works best for them. In Union County, the Board of Education met last night to discuss their options. And they asked whether elementary school children will be able to wear masks for an entire day, along with how to get kids access to 5G hotspots and making sure that they have the equipment they need. And in Lincoln County, the school board proposed putting students into 4 groups. Group A would go on Monday, Group B on Tuesday, and Group C would go in person on Thursday, and then Group D on Friday. But that would only be for the first 2 weeks, and then after that, Groups A and B would combine on Monday and Tuesday, and then Groups C and D, they would combine for Thursday, Friday. Wednesday would be left for remote planning or for personalized learning. And Cabarrus County leaders tell us that they will offer a virtual academy as an option for this upcoming school year. They started accepting their applications yesterday, and they say they want this to be flexible for parents for K through 12. You have until the end of the month to apply. Now, we know that this is a lot for you to take in and go through, and you may have a lot of questions, so we put together a list of everything that we know so far, and we'll continue updating that. You can find it on our app.